Hello YouTube, this is Bob here with my first Batman video review. This time, well for the first time, I'm going to bring you Batman the Animated Series Batman action figure. You see, these video reviews are going to be in tribute to my favorite superhero, Batman. And since I have a wide variety of action figures and some cool vehicles, I figured to show them off in a tribute style. So, for my first video review for Batman, I decided to do my first, not only my first Batman action figure, but really my first action figure I had. This thing was my first action figure, and I absolutely played with this thing forever. I'm like trying to figure out words, but I played with this thing forever. I mean, like I would play this thing for like a long time when I was little. So I'm going to be reviewing him, because he's my first action figure and my first Batman action figure. I'm also be showing off some cool custom weapons, which I'll explain later. So, here we are. Let's go into the video review. He's a pretty simple mold. He has 4 points of articulation, like your standard Justice League action figures. You can see that the head rotates a full 360. Now I'm just going to pull off the tape. The arms rotate a full 360. The legs go out that far and back that far, and that's it for the articulation. Yeah, he mold wise he's pretty good. This entire headpiece is molded in black. The eyes are painted white, solid white, and then this is the face, which is painted the skin color, which is a nice representation. And so the torso, we have this, it's not a separate piece molded on, it's actually molded to be indented like the cowl, which is pretty cool because this costume was cloth. Same with the gloves, have this, and they have the pretty cool effect here, and they are painted, and you can paint black, and you can see that the hands right there starting to fade. The legs, same thing with the boots. They have this like indent here, and they're painted solid black. They're molded in this color, and same thing right here with this piece here. So yeah, and the belt actually has a square here and little pouches all throughout this thing. And you can see that the there's some scratches. Like this is really big, horrific scratch. Something's not right here. I think the lighting might be off today. So if the lighting's off today, I'm sorry. Kind of experimenting with the new lighting system. So yeah, sorry. There's something on the camera lens. And pretty good sculpt. On the back of each thigh we have some information, you know, like serial number, DC Comics, you know, that stuff, standard stuff. Okay, yeah, just make you try with that, right? A lot of figures in this wave came with a cloth cape, which has this like plastic or maybe even a wire piece here, and it's pretty much just the cape, which is simply nicely. You can see it has the cut spikes here, and it just clips on here. And I have a lot of figures where this came in handy. And let me show you something. It's kind of translucent if you open it up, but it does open up like this. So let's put it on. And you can do a classic Batman-esque thing with this cape, you know. How it always has the cape like that. You can do that. You can even, like, one cool thing that could work is you unclip it, and you clip it here, and you put these over for a complete cowled look. Cape look. And yeah, there is some paint scratching here because of it. But you know, the hands are the elbow is molded at a slight angle, and he has these spikes here, and then this wrist is much more turned than this wrist is, and I'll show you because now. Let's do the custom weapons. Oh, and before I forget, yes, the standard peg hole in the feet. Why almost every figure ever made has this? Like, all the action figures now have this. I don't know if it's for, like, display stands or if you have, like, a play set you could place them in. If you know the specific reason why, if it's, like, cheaper to do the leg that way for some reason, leave that in the comment section, please. You know, comments down there. So let's get into the weapons. And here we have a batarang, which came with a really big Batman action figure, like 8 inches tall, which I sold to a friend, but I kept this. And it fits in his hand pretty well, so you can have a really big one. And you could even put it in this hand for a cool effect. Like that. That kind of effect. Which looks cool. And this kind of fits because the battle rings there were really big. In the movie Batman and Robin, when Mr. Freeze freezes Batman, he puts him in a rocket. They use this, it's a bat bomb, to blow up the rocket after they escape. Because Robin kind of saves him. And I had a big figure, cloth costume, like 10 inches tall, that came with this. So I give it to him. It is a little over the top, so. And these weapons I don't display with any of my figures because they're a little kind of over the top. And this goes from this to this, and you could, angle with it. I forgot where I got this. It's familiar, but I forgot where I got it. So if you know, leave in the comments. And, it works pretty well. If you want, you can, close this and, put it here. And for these two, I had a deep dive, Batman. 8-inch tall, sold that one. Came with a blue version of this. Came with this set, so if you want, you can, trap Batman or villains. Pretty cool. Here we are with a net, which I don't know what it's from. It's got, these prongs here for. If you know where this is from, leave in the comments, because I don't know. And chances are no one knows. Because it's just a generic net. Maybe from, an old G.I. Joe or something. And this is a completely custom string, because it has, a paperclip here, a stretchy string, and it's just like a grapple gun, so if you want, you could just either put it in his fist. You can loop it through the hole I made. I know it's not picking well on camera, but use your imagination. You could put it in his wrist, or in his fist, or around his wrist. And in doing so, I'm sorry if you hear a noise. That's my sister acting all crazy-ish. But if you want, you can have Batman swinging. Are you hypnotized now? Because if you are, you will comment and give this good ratings. Subscribe to me and put it on your favorites and like list. You also watch all my videos and give them good ratings. Yeah, I'm kidding. Did you hear that? Sister's not supportive if you heard that. Hopefully that hypnotized you into doing so. And then we got this thing, which is from the same figure I got this from, but like this. You see, it's got the prongs here, and then like a handle, and I had to tie it here. So put it in his fist, and ta-da! This one works the best out of the two grapple guns. Excuse me. Now let's do some comparisons, shall we? I'm in a little bit of a hurry because when I first filmed this, apparently it was too long for YouTube, and I seen videos that go up to 30 minutes. So I kind of got rushed because that and my camera's kind of dying. So here is a figure released, I believe, in the Justice League line. He came with a black rubber cape, but I don't have it. I have the blue variation of this with the rubber cape, but I have to use the cape he has for him. You can see, pretty cool. Same amount of articulation, but it's a really different sculpt completely. But you can see the similarities, that these are the same, because Justice League was like a continuation of Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series. Oh, background died. So yeah, pretty cool. A figure released before this one was from either from Batman Returns or in the movie before it, which is known as Batman. This figure came before it, and it actually has 2 more points of articulation. Knees. Now this figure was released before this one, so why does it have a knee joint? Kind of weird, and he does not have holes on the bottom, but he does. So please comment on that. I want to know. The continuation of Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, which this figure sports 1 more point of articulation because he has these really cool jointed shoulders. And you can see that Termicus is a teenager, so theoretically that kind of fits his scale. He would be taller. I believe, and kind of how it appeared in the series. You could see that. Batarangs custom, I'll tell you why I got those later when I review him. So I'm going to review all of these later. Here we have Batman, the animated series Batman, which is taller. And the design aesthetic is carried on to this one. You know, you got the cloth costume, the symbols changed, the belt's similar except square, circle, and he has 4 more points of articulation, which is the knee and the elbow. Actually 5. And the hip. The waist. So yeah. And a more semi-recent figure was from Batman Begins, who sports the same amount of articulation as this guy. And you could see a similar design aesthetic, but it's been heavily modified. I mean, this thing has detailing everywhere. This thing's simple. I mean, it's just a really nice figure. Done very well. For a second I thought he had wrist and like, what? Okay. So yeah. And a more recent figure than that was Batman the Brave and the Bold. Now this figure was pretty cool. And it's been changed from black to blue to, you know, and one thing, this figure was recently released and it came after this one. Yet he is missing knees. Why that is, I don't know. Leave in the comment the articulation differences and loss between this guy here from this guy and this guy before that guy. So leave comments there. So I just put this thing out of the comparison, and now let's go into the recommending part. Can I recommend this figure? Yes, I can very much. If you are a fan of Batman the Animated Series, you would want this figure. If you're a fan of Batman in general, yeah. I would not pay more than $12 for this dude. And that's like plus shipping and handling. And he has not really the best articulation, but it's a good representation of how he appeared in the show. So he gets props for that. Now the one thing though is that this figure was released multi-times. Because he was released with the fresh Batmobile, he was released individually with some kind of weapon I don't have. He was also, the body was repainted and remolded, like without the belt or without this or that, so many times, and repainted so many times, and given a cool new weapon here and there. Some of them were cool, some weren't, just for different variations. So yeah, it's a pretty common mold, but it does good. So I recommend this figure highly, and he is my most favorite action figure ever. Out of my entire collection, everything, including everything, this is my all-time favorite superhero and action figure. So this is BattleBall signing off with my first Batman video review. Till my next video review, which should be posted Friday. Yeah, Friday. I should be posting a video. I have one made. I might be posting it tomorrow, which will be Thursday. So don't quote me on that. Thursday's always a little busy for me, but I might post it late or in the morning early. But yeah, so you'll be seeing a video definitely Friday. So I'll see you on my next video review, which will be Friday or Thursday. Well, I'm signing off. Adios, people.